This is Rick here again. It is Tuesday, June 28th, 2016, and today is a beautiful rainy day in Guangzhou, China. I'll show you guys the weather. Check this out. Look at that. I do like the sunny days, but also like the rainy, cloudy days as well. Reminds me of London. I do miss London. London's pretty awesome. Anyway, get right to it. I guess today's topic, I would like to talk about the vaudevillain show, the beauty pageant, the American Idol reality television show that a lot of us Americans have been sucked into believing is real. And that's the American election. Guys, it's just a game. It's just entertainment. The American election is nothing more than an overglorified Kim Kardashian show. That's really what it is. It's all entertainment. And I think it's so interesting that a lot of Americans have been sucked into this the way they have. People, please pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention. Just, if you really think about it, you have two sides. You have red and blue. You have the Republicans and the Democrats, the conservatives and the liberals. And looking at what's happening on the internet and what's happening online and talking to people, people are violently beating up other people and attacking other people because they have different views and perspectives. Because I have a different view from you, somehow that qualifies me to be allowed to beat other people up and to be violent to others. Red and blue, conservatives, liberals, Bloods and Crips, Crips and Bloods, Bloods and Crips. Let me ask you this. What is the difference between our political situation, political affiliation, and our political parties? How is it different than ignorant gangs in the streets fighting each other over colors? How's it even different? Yes, I mean, we argue because some people think same-sex marriage is the way things should be, and some things think same-sex marriage shouldn't be the way things should be. The same way some people argue that red is a better color and blue is a better color. It's stupid. Do you guys understand that? Do you understand that? Fighting people and being violent with another person just because they have a different perspective than you and a different view from you, it doesn't make sense. Think about it. If everyone had the same religion, the same view, the same idea, the same belief system, then what's the point of traveling? What's the point of going to another country or going to another state? What would be the point of meeting someone else or talking to someone or having a conversation? If everyone had the same view, the same idea, there would be no art. Art wouldn't exist. There wouldn't be different types of music. There wouldn't be any of that stuff. That's what makes this planet so fascinating, and that's what makes people so interesting and fascinating, is that we are different from each other. There's no way that we're going to have the same view. No way. We all have different upbringings, different lifestyles. We have different education. We've experienced different things from different angles and different viewpoints. So it is impossible for all of us to have the same views on everything. So to beat someone up and to be violent or have any anger, hatred, animosity towards someone who has different views than us, it doesn't make sense. It's ignorant. It's counterproductive. It's backwards. It doesn't make sense. And throughout history, this has caused so much death and destruction throughout history, is that people, we for some reason, we have it in our culture that we have to hurt people because they don't have the same view. They don't have the same belief. Like, that is the reason why a nation needs to be taken over, or why people need to be killed and butchered, and why women have to get raped. That's the reason, because someone has a different view. So this nation needs to attack another nation, or these people have to beat up these other people. It doesn't make sense, people. It doesn't. If you want to make America great again, then you need to pursue wisdom above anything else. Wisdom and intellect need to be revered above anything else if we want to make America great again. And how do you gain wisdom? You gain wisdom by learning different things, by experiencing different things, by expanding your understanding, by speaking to people who are different from you, by having conversations with people who are different than you. That's how you expand your wisdom. That's how you gain wisdom, is by exposing yourself to as much as you possibly can. Sitting back and analyzing it. Objectively. Not subjectively. Objectively. And observe. Everybody wants to pick a side. You don't need to pick a side, people. You don't need to pick a side. It's not necessary. You don't have to be a Republican. You don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to be conservative. You don't have to be a liberal. It's not necessary. Do you really want to know what's destroying the United States? Do you want to know what's destroying America? It isn't corrupt bankers. It isn't corrupt politicians. No. It isn't the Illuminati or creepy aliens who live inside the hollow moon. Any of that silly stuff you want to believe in. What's destroying America is ignorance. Ignorance is destroying America. Ignorance is destroying England. Ignorance is destroying many countries. Ignorance is destroying Europe. Ignorance is destroying everything. There is nothing more dangerous to this planet than ignorance. Nothing. If you have millions and millions of ignorant people, the destruction that could follow is unimaginable. Millions of ignorant people could be the cause of millions of deaths, millions of people being rounded up and being executed. The same way the millions of Jews who were rounded up, or hundreds of thousands of Jews who were rounded up and who were executed by the Nazis. Just because people were ignorant enough to believe in the bullcrap that they see, and they just conform and follow mindlessly, without any question, without any critical thinking, you just follow like a sheep and just do what you're told. Millions of ignorant people are capable of taking over a whole innocent country and taking over a whole nation and bring about death, destruction, and rape on an entire population of people. The same way the Japanese during the 1940s and the 1930s were ignorant enough and brainwashed enough to invade China and just decimate that country. Start killing off innocent people and raping the crap out of their women. That's what happens, people. You want war? You guys want war? Do you even know the price of war? Do you even know the cost of war? Do you guys really want that? Why has America become so hungry to go to war? Do you understand, people? Do you understand the consequences of war? People, we have to think about the next generation. We have to. That's why everything is so screwed up, because everybody wants to think about now. But what are you going to leave behind for the next generation? And that's what we need to think every day in our actions. When we do things, we need to think, what am I doing now? What am I doing now that could be passed on to my children and my grandchildren? If not my my children, my grandchildren, but the friends and the loved ones of my children and grandchildren. What are we going to pass down for future generations? A polluted air system, polluted water, destruction, death everywhere, this pattern of ignorance, this believing in politicians, this idolizing of some person, of some flesh and blood being as being your savior to help you, who has no interest in you. Do you really think Hillary Clinton cares about you? Do you really think Donald Trump cares about you? Do you really think they care about you? They don't know who you are. People, seriously, get it together. Figure it out. This isn't rocket science. It's just simple common sense and logic. Pay attention. Pay attention. Please don't get sucked into the crap, people. Don't get sucked into it. I'm not here to endorse any politician. I'm not here to bash any politician. But I'm here to give you my word, tell you what I think is that people seem to not want to take responsibility for anything. Which brings me to that next point, is that that's the reason why we seem to want to idolize someone as being our leader. We're always looking for a savior, a messiah, our own Lord, our own Jesus Christ, flesh and blood on this planet, to somehow save us from our problems. Rather than taking responsibility for our own actions and trying to better ourselves and make the world better ourselves, rather than us being our own savior, rather us helping ourselves and helping those around us. That's called taking responsibility. It's called being an adult. We always want to blame another group of people. We always want to blame, a race of people or a particular religion or a particular political party or a particular generation or a nation or a country for the world's problems. We always want to blame somebody else, but we never want to take responsibility for our own crap. Never. Rather than trying to cause conflict with somebody else, why don't you try to fix yourself and get yourself straight and figure yourself out? We need to stop walking around this planet. All of us need to stop walking around this planet like our shit don't stink. We're just as much the problem as anybody else. And we need to take responsibility for that, and we need to own it. If you want to make America great again, if you want to make the world great again, then pursue wisdom, intellect, and intelligence more than anything else. Work on personal growth more than anything else. And love everyone and everything as much as you can. Spread as much love as you can. I know that sounds like some silly hippie new agey crap, but it's logical, man. It's basic. It's logic. It's logic. If I treat everyone else around me nicely, if I treat myself nicely, I'll have the habit of treating others around me nicely. Now I get in the habit of treating others around me nicely, then I have a habit of having good days, and everybody's going to get in the habit of being treated nicely. And people like to be treated nicely. And you treat others nicely, then they treat other people nicely. And there you go. It just spreads and spreads and spreads. It just keeps going, keeps passing. You want to make the world better again? You want to make America great again? Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. That's how you make America great again. That's how you help people. You just simply have to be nice to everybody. Love yourself, love your neighbors, love your brothers, love your sisters, love your cousins, and love everybody. That's how you make America great again. If you want to make America great again, then you have to embrace other ideas. Embrace other viewpoints, because that's what made America great again in the first place. Because we had so many different ideas, religions, ideas, belief systems, and perspectives that came together, remixed, mixed in this pot, and made this whole new thing of this country that we call America. So if you want to make America great again, then we need to be willing to listen to other people's viewpoints. We need to get rid of this culture, this idea that just because someone has a different idea than me, or just because someone has a different perspective than me, I have to be violent towards them. That doesn't make sense. Why should I have to hate someone just because they have a different view than me? No one has the same view as me. No one has the same view as anybody. We all have different perspectives. We have all lived different lives. We've experienced different things. We're all told and taught different things at different point in times of our life, at different emotional states. So therefore, it's going to create different ideas and different perspectives. And if everybody had the same idea and the same perspective, what would be the point of traveling? If everybody viewed the same thing and thought the same thing, there would be no point in going to another country or to another nation or to another city. There'd be no point in talking to somebody. There'd be no point in making friends or having loved ones if everyone thought the exact same thing. Different perspectives, different ideas, different viewpoints is what makes this planet fascinating. This is what makes travel fascinating. This makes speaking to people and starting relationships with people and having intellectual conversations fascinating, because you're talking to people who don't have the same view as you. You combine these ideas, these different views and different perspectives together. If we all work together, then imagine what sort of things we would achieve. If everybody combined their different ideas and perspectives, we all share what we thought and decide to work together. Because if you really think about it, I know things that some other people don't know. And some other people know things that I don't know. And we all take what we know and our views and put it together and try to figure out this complex puzzle that we call life and work together to pass down something better for future generations. Imagine what sort of things we would achieve. Just imagine. So if you want to make America great again, you need to be willing to look at things objectively and be willing to accept the fact that other people do not have the same view as you and same perspective as you, and learn. And learn. Enlighten yourself on other people's ideas and viewpoints. That's how you make America great again. I'm going to be going back to the U.S. soon. And I have no anger or hatred towards a Trump supporter. I have no anger or hatred towards a Hillary supporter. You could be a Trump supporter. If you come up to me and you approach me and you're nice to me, I'll probably buy you a beer. Call you brother, call you my friend. You just have a different perspective than I do. You think Trump will be the better pick? Then so be it. If you think Hillary will be a better pick, then so be it. Vote. Vote from your opinion. Vote from your ideas. But understand that voting is not enough. You have to take responsibility for your actions to make America great again. And can't expect someone else to do it for you. You have to take responsibility for your life. Can't expect someone else to take it for you. That's it for today's video. In today's vlog. Those are my ideas. That's my viewpoint of the whole situation. And I'll keep you guys posted. Many blessings, fam. Take care of yourself. Peace.